All right, today we're jumping into Sikhism, a spiritual path that's both incredibly deep and, honestly, refreshingly direct. It's a whole journey that really begins with one single luminous idea.
And this right here, this is where it all starts. This is the Mool Mantar, the very first verse of the Sikh scripture. But it's not just an opening prayer. Think of it as the entire compass for the Sikh vision, all packed into a single, powerful breath. It points to a reality that is unified, fearless, and totally beyond our concept of time.
And the seed of that entire vision is this concept right here, Ik Onkar, one reality. Now, this is so much more than just saying there's one God. It's this profound understanding that this one creative energy flows through absolutely everything and everyone. Every single thing that follows in Sikhism grows from this powerful, powerful root.
Okay, so you have this incredible, powerful idea. But how does a message like that get passed down through the centuries? Well, it was carried through a remarkable lineage of teachers or gurus who were all seen as vessels for this one single divine light.
The path really begins with Guru Nanak, way back in the 15th century. He's the one who laid down these core principles of oneness and equality. After him, 9 more human gurus came, each one carrying that same light forward. But then, something absolutely extraordinary happened. The 10th guru, Guru Gobind Singh, made a historic declaration. The line of human gurus would end, and the scripture itself, all that collected wisdom, would become the eternal, living guru for the entire community, forever.
So for Sikhs, the Guru Granth Sahib isn't just a holy book on a shelf. It's treated as the living presence of the guru in the room. And the Shabad, the divine word within it, is meant to be an experience. You see, it's all composed in classical Indian musical forms. It's meant to be sung as kirtan, so that the message isn't just read with your eyes. It's heard, it's felt, and it's absorbed by your whole being.
So, okay, we have this beautiful spiritual idea of oneness, but what does that actually look like in the real world? How do you take it from a philosophy to something you can actually practice? Let's take a look.
Well, it all starts with creating a space. And for Sikhs, that space is the Gurdwara, which literally means the Guru's door. It's an open door, a place where the living Guru, the scripture, is always present, and where the community, the Sangat, can come together.
And inside the Gurdwara, the entire experience really revolves around 2 essential actions. On one hand, you have kirtan, that musical recitation that feeds the spirit, and on the other hand, you have langar, the free community kitchen that feeds the body. Together, they create this complete, holistic experience of nourishment for the soul and the community.
And the langar, this is a truly radical practice. Just imagine a place serving a free, hot meal to absolutely anyone who walks through the door. No questions asked about your religion, your background, your wealth. And here's the kicker. Everyone sits on the floor together, side by side as equals. It's all prepared and served by volunteers as seva, or selfless service. It's the idea of oneness made into a delicious, tangible reality.
Now, this path doesn't just shape community spaces, it also forges a very distinct individual identity. It asks for a life that holds this incredible balance between a deep inner devotion and a very real sense of worldly responsibility.
And that balance is perfectly captured in this concept of Miri and Piri. It's often symbolized by 2 swords. Piri represents your spiritual authority, your inner life, your connection to the divine. But Miri represents your temporal or worldly authority, your responsibility to act in the world and stand for justice. For a Sikh, you can't have one without the other. They are completely intertwined.
And what do you get when you combine Miri and Piri? You get the ideal of the Sant Sipahi, the saint soldier. Now, don't get the wrong idea. This isn't about aggression. It's about having the inner calm and devotion of a saint, but also having the courage and conviction of a soldier to stand up and protect the dignity of anyone who's vulnerable, no matter who they are.
Okay, so that's the internal commitment. But what about on the outside? Are there any visible signs that show someone is walking this path? Well, for Sikhs who take initiation into the community known as the Khalsa, the answer is a definite yes.
And these are known as the 5 Ks. But here's the crucial thing to understand. They aren't just symbols. They're better understood as tools, as daily reminders for living a disciplined and conscious life. From the Kaj, or uncut hair, which is about accepting your natural form, all the way to the Kirpan, a blade that serves as a constant reminder of your duty to defend justice. Each one is a touchstone for the path.
So, let's bring this all together. We have the philosophy, the history, the identity.
But how does all of this boil down to a practical, everyday guide for just living your life in the world today? Well, it really comes down to these 3 pillars, a simple framework taught by Guru Nanak himself. First, Nam Japo. Keep the divine in your mind. Stay aware of that one reality in everything. Second, Kirat Karo. Earn your living honestly, with integrity. And third, Van Chako. Share what you have with others. Practice generosity. It's a simple, powerful, and honestly, a complete guide to living an ethical life.
And this clear, actionable path isn't just a piece of history. It's followed today by a vibrant global community, estimated to be right around 28 million people all across the world.
Now, while the largest Sikh population is centered in the Punjab region of India, it's truly a global faith. You have these incredibly strong and vibrant diaspora communities in places like Canada and the United Kingdom, where they've woven practices like Seva and Langar right into the civic fabric of their new homes, contributing in really powerful ways.
So, why does all of this matter right now? Well, in a world that feels so fractured and noisy, Sikhism offers this crystal clear message of oneness. It actively rejects social hierarchy and insists on equality. It beautifully braids this deep spirituality with hands-on, selfless service, and it teaches this amazing balance of inner peace with the outer courage to act for justice, all while being lived out in a welcoming community.
And that really leaves us with a final question to think about. In a world that struggles so much with division, what can all of us learn from a path that is built from its very first breath on this principle of radical oneness?